Good evening, everyone. If you don't know, you should know. My name is Rameez and I am a filmmaker and a film critic. And a film critic who hasn't seen a current film in a while. Well, all of that changes right now, as I have just walked out of The Walk. The Walk is a film directed by Robert Zemeckis. It stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt and a bunch of newbies. Whoever the main actress of this movie is, this woman, can we get a picture of her, please? I am coming for you. You are absolutely beautiful. I'm not kidding. Please, I love you. The film tells the story about Phillipe Petit, which means Philippe Small. Yes, I know a little bit of French. It's about his lifelong dream he's had. A lifelong dream of putting a tight wire between the World Trade Centers and walking on that tightrope. This is of course based off a real story, and a documentary was made on the same friggin' subject, which was called Man on Wire. Now, I have yet to see this documentary, but this film tells the story as Philippe narrates it to us. The film literally begins with Joseph Gordon-Levitt's face and his contact lenses in a close-up, and he tells you who he is and he starts telling you his story. So it's more of a storybook type of film. The subject matter of this film begs you to make this a character study, but Robert Zemeckis in this film chooses to make this more of a mechanical film, a more technical film, as he is more interested in how Philippe is going to accomplish that tightrope walk instead of how he's feeling and how he's coping with this. We do see that, however, it is very less when compared to all the technicalities of this mission. I did have a problem with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Everyone apart from him seems to be doing fine with the French accent. His accent, however, comes off as a white person trying to speak French. And the other problem is also with Joseph Gordon-Levitt and his face. Now, I'm not saying Joseph Gordon-Levitt is a bad-looking person at all. As a matter of fact, I wish I looked half as good as him when I'm his age. And he's pretty old, so he's looking fantastic. He's in excellent shape in this movie, by the way. But the problem with Joseph Gordon-Levitt is he has some great genes. He's about 40, I believe, and he's looking like this, like a little kid. And that face, that young look, his look doesn't fit the type of story this film should have. And as I was watching the film, I had recast Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character with Oscar Isaac. However, this is not a bad performance on JGL's part. This casting is wrong. JGL is fantastic in this film when it comes to the physical performance. His physical performance is fantastic. The body language, the way he walks, the way he commands the screen when he's yelling. Very, very astounding stuff. There are a lot of unnecessary scenes and characters in this film, such as Ben Kingsley. Or, I'm sorry, Sir Ben Kingsley's in this movie. He doesn't have anything to do with the main storyline of the film, rather than he's a vehicle of exposition. He's telling Philippe more stuff on technicalities, more boring stuff. The 3D in this film is fantastic. There are about 4 or 5 shots when something is going to come flying right at the screen, and it is very, very effective. And it is also successful in giving you a vertigo effect. I think how this film was made and what this film ended up being kind of represents what Robert Zemeckis has morphed into as well. Robert Zemeckis, if you follow his career, he's directed some of the greatest films of all time. Back to the Future, enough said. This guy, the more he's grown after Castaway, something happened to him. He became interested and invested in the virtual world a lot. This film is a fitting metaphor for how Robert Zemeckis has become. He is no longer Robert Zemeckis. I think Robert Zemeckis' name should be called Robot Zemeckis. Ha ha ha. You're not laughing. Please laugh. This film is fantastic on the technical level. It just fails to tell me something on a story level and on a character level. It becomes a story about how things work, kind of like Waterworld, where you saw everything take place and the characters were extremely thin. So without further ado, I'm going to give this film an average score, because this film is extremely average, of 3 out of 5. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's performance is fantastic, but he could have been replaced, and this film is way too technical for the average moviegoer to care. So without further ado, people, I thank you for watching this review. Thank you very much. Remember to subscribe, please, and remember to love yourselves, and I will see you again for The Martian. I am seeing that tomorrow. I'm super excited, so I will see you again for that, hopefully this week. Bye-bye.